Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Positive Girl podcast with me, Sabrina. This is the show that will help you become your best self. And today we're talking about 10 things that are perfectly okay to do because no one is perfect. But before we jump right in, I want to let you know that I would love for you to come say hi to me and follow me on social media. I'm at Sabrina Joy Perozzo on TikTok and Instagram. Please come say hi. If you would prefer, you can send me an email to realpositivegirlpodcast@gmail.com. I will answer any questions, comments, concerns, pro requests, feedback, topic suggestions, any of those things. Or if you just want to chat and say hi, please do that as well. If you do want to submit a topic suggestion, but you do not want to tell me directly, that's totally fine as well. There is an anonymous survey for you in the show notes below, and all this other information, my social. My Instagram and social media details are down in the show notes below, as well as my email if you forget that. I'm sorry. Like a hot mess, but we're not going to record. Not going to re-record. So yeah, go look in the show notes below. You can also submit a topic suggestion via an anonymous survey. So I will have no idea that it was you that submitted it, but you can still submit it if you think it's important for me to chat about. The other thing there is signing up for my weekly newsletter. That is actually a little bit late this week. So if you are on that subscription and you're like, Sabrina, where's the newsletter? It will be out soon. I don't promise that I'm perfect, so I try to get it out every single Wednesday afternoon/evening, but sometimes it's delayed by a day, so hang tight for that. And then the newest thing that's linked down there that might be really cool for you to check out is the fact that I have created a planner that will be released for sale sometime in September 2022. So there's a link down there just for you to RSVP to be in the loop of when it will be released. You're not you're not locked in to buy it or anything. It's just really going to get you on a list so that when I actually do know the real date, it will be released. And then when it actually is released, you'll just get a reminder that, hey, this is available for sale if you want to check it out and purchase it because it's so super cool. And if you want to learn more about it, I'm starting to talk about it more on my social media. And if you go to the link, you actually see like a picture of it. And I have a quick blurb talking about how passionate I am about it. So, enough on that. Let's jump into today's episode, which again is 10 things that are perfectly okay to do. So, not that you need me to tell you what is and isn't okay to do, because you definitely don't. You're an adult, you're a grown up, you can make those decisions, right? But I wanted to make sure you were aware that some things, well, sometimes a lot of things, some things that people have put shame on, right? They projected their shame onto these things and said are things that are unacceptable are actually fine, just in case you needed to know. And I feel like that happens with a lot of things in life, right? I'm sure that if you dug deep into your mind, you could come up with several examples of someone saying that what you're doing or what you're experiencing is negative or unacceptable and that you shouldn't be doing it, when in reality, they are just projecting their insecurities and shame onto you. And it's actually fine to do that, right? And that's really their problem, but it's hard. It can be really hard to deal with that and not know if what they're saying is true or not. But in regards to today's episode, sometimes it's nice to have a reminder that the things we are going through each day and the emotions we feel are an acceptable and normal way to respond to our experiences. Again, an acceptable and normal way to respond to our experiences, right? And again, you know, we are hounded by people that want to tell us otherwise because it's literally from their bias and their point of view and their perspective. And, this is especially true with people around us that like to create rules and expectations for us to abide by that don't align with what's actually true in the world. And again, it might be really difficult for you to differentiate between whether what someone is saying is actually true and something that you should consider, which is why we have to be in the habit of asking more questions and really questioning how what they're saying makes us feel and if we think that we align with that or not, because we don't have to, right? I feel like we also forget that we don't have to align with what everyone's saying. So it's just a good reminder. Sometimes I like to do episodes like this where I'm just giving you reminders because we have so many things that we're trying to learn and understand and absorb and do every single day that having reminders can be really super helpful. And then you're like, oh, yes, okay, right. I don't need to feel bad about doing this thing. Right, right, right. Okay. So, yeah, it's just people just love to create rules for themselves and other people to follow because it makes them more comfortable, right? And more in control of what happens around them. So you will feel good. Like, well, not you, sorry. They will feel good because they're in control and they're telling you what you should and shouldn't do and what's acceptable and what's not. And, when you're in control of the situation around you and the events and everything, you do feel more at ease. You do feel more comfortable. You're like, oh, this is good because you're like really trying to have complete control over everything. So it's like whatever you say goes kind of situation. But again, just because someone said that that's the way it is doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that it's true. And I feel like talking about that and then talking about the 10 things when I talk about that's okay, perfectly fine. Some people might be like, well, I don't feel like these things are relating, so I don't understand why you're talking about them back to back. They do relate because when we think that something isn't okay to engage in, a lot of times it can come from an experience and outside influence that told us that it's not okay. And so we've adopted that mindset and we have aligned with it a lot of times, though, without even actually considering if that is what's best for us or not. Because again, a lot of things can be good for us and not for someone else, and vice versa. But people don't like to do that and acknowledge that because when people are different from us, it feels very scary. It feels very uncomfortable. It feels very like out of control, right? And people don't want to feel that way. Unfortunately, it makes them very insecure. Um, but back to, like rounding back so that I don't get on too many tangents. But just because someone said that, that's the way it is, it doesn't mean that that's true. But that can be hard to know if someone is really like maybe they're like really good at convincing people, that what they're saying is true, or they tell you that everyone else is doing it that way, so you should do it that way too, which is kind of like a form of peer pressure without actually having like a bunch of people pressuring you. It's just like they are trying to convince you that everyone's doing this, and so you should do it too. Or it's possible that you were forced at one time to live your life a certain way. So it's the only way that you know. You're kind of naive. You're like, this, I thought this was the way. And it may not be. And again, there is going to be so many other reasons for why you decide to do something a certain way or believe what someone is saying. Regardless, it's important to know that you don't have to believe them immediately. And I know that can be difficult though if you're like in a family dynamic where you're growing up and that those are like the values and the beliefs and things that you should do. That's kind of different because you're growing up in your childhood believing those things and it's harder to question people in authority over you as a child. So I understand that it's difficult. I've been there. But if it's something outside of that, when you're like more of an adult and you have more of that power and ability to push back on things, it's important for us to remember that we can do that. It's important to know that you can always also learn new information and change your mind about how to do things and what you even believe, to be honest. Like, what do you even believe? If you can just be like, oh, I have learned so much information about this one thing, I realized that I was in the wrong, or not necessarily wrong, I just didn't know the truth, I am going to shift my thinking. Or it doesn't necessarily have to always come down to quote unquote truth. It can come down to, whoa, oh, I learned all about this thing. And I always thought it wasn't for me. But now reading about it and understanding it more, I do feel like this would be for me. So I'm going to decide to actually engage in this thing because it will feel very good and helpful to me. You know what I mean? Um, and just because you decide to learn something new or try something and then change your mind about how you felt about it before, it doesn't mean anything negative towards you. I want you to know that. And it actually, it's the opposite. It shows growth and maturity to make the change and not be stubborn in your own ways, right? And so if you ever do want to change your outlook or the way that you do things, experience things, go about things, um, you can do that. It's okay. Some people might make you think like it's not okay. It's perfectly okay because, daily growth and becoming your best self every single day is all about growth, which is all about change. And that's okay. It's acceptable. So, today I'm going to share with you 10 things that are perfectly okay to do or feel or experience because sometimes we need to be reminded of it. Okay? All right, let's jump right in. Number one, it's okay to have a bad day. This is at the top of the list because there is so much toxic positivity in the world. And there's a lot of people out here telling you that you have to be happy all the time. Or people will try to make you feel bad, not make you feel bad, sorry. People don't make you feel things, you choose to feel them. But, sometimes people's words and actions can lead you to decide to feel guilty or feel like shameful the fact that you are having a bad day and that you should be positive and always lean into gratitude and never experience any sort of like negative feelings, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But like, no, it's okay to have a bad day. It's perfectly acceptable to have a bad day. And honestly, bad days can also show you how good your life is. And it can also give you some downtime to really like consider the hard things that you're going through. It could also help you spur inspiration for problem solving and how you can move forward in your journey that has so many roadblocks and issues going on, right? It's okay to have bad days because no one's perfect. It's okay to have bad days because those days help us recover. And those days also help us be more in tune and understanding of the emotions that we have. So if we are having emotions that we don't like something, or something is frustrating us, or something is just really dragging us down, we can take some time to really dig into those things that may have only popped up having a bad day in comparison to having days that are neutral, that are fine, that are good, that are great, they're awesome. So it's totally okay to have bad days, right? We don't always need to be positive. That is exhausting. I talk a lot about mindset and mental health, and I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be happy all the time. I'm pretty sure I did a whole episode dedicated to it. You don't have to be happy all the time. You really don't. Like, it's unnecessary. I literally was at the bank the other day, and the lady was like, "How are you?" And I was like, I took a moment and I was like, I'm okay. And I'm good with that. And it kind of surprised her. And she was kind of taken aback and she was like, wow, that's an interesting perspective to have. And then as we were continuing with the transaction that I have, she was just like more and more like, oh, you know what? I really like that. Oh, okay. I'm going to adopt that mindset that it's okay to just be okay. And the expectations of having to be great or happy or fantastic are just too much. They're too much. They're unnecessary. So it's okay to have a bad day. You don't have to be positive all the time. Life is not positive all the time. A lot of times it's just neutral. It's fine. You're coasting, you're going, doing the work, making it through, and that is fine. So it's okay to have a bad day. Number two, it's okay to make mistakes. I don't think I need to spend that much time on this one unless you're new and you don't know that I will often, I think every episode, at least lately, I will mention that it is okay to make mistakes and go through failures because they are the best learning lesson. And if you are not new here, I really hope you said that, like, try to say it in unison with me because it's to be true. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to go through failures because they will teach you so much. But also, you will learn how to become more resilient. You will learn how to continue to persevere. You will learn how to not give up. It's okay to make mistakes because sometimes when you go through a mistake, it'll actually lead you to a better way for you to do it again. So you actually learn something, like a shortcut maybe, or it will teach you knowledge that'll help you in the future that you can share with someone else. And sometimes mistakes can really just show us that that's not what we're supposed to be doing. It's not going to work out. And that's okay too, because it's okay not to like be stubborn and continue to push into something that's not meant for you. It's not going to work out. It's not vibing. Got to move on. Got to push on towards the things that are really meant for you, you know? So it's okay to make mistakes because you're going to learn so much from them. It's not fun and the moment at the time that it's happening, but it's good. It's helpful. I promise you. Okay, number 3, we got to keep on going. I know that I can't like sit and talk about each one as much as I normally would when I do like a list of 5 or 7 because we have 10 and I don't want to keep you here forever. Okay, number 3. It's okay to ask for help. It is totally okay to ask for help. You know, I believe this strongly, so much so that tomorrow actually at my like day job where I love to talk about wellness, which I get to talk about once a month in like a company meeting, I'm actually talking about it's okay to ask for help at work because I think it's a really important topic that people don't talk about enough. So, if you work at a job, it doesn't have to be like a super corporate thing or anything. Ours is like a small business. Remember that. Share that with people that work there. It's okay to ask for help. But for all of us, it's okay to ask for help. I know that it can make us feel small. It can make us feel not smart. It can make us feel insignificant, you know? All these things that we don't necessarily want to feel and but we just lead ourselves down that path anyway because sometimes it feels embarrassing and sometimes people will judge you and give you their unsolicited opinions because you asked for help and you know weren't able to do it on your own. You weren't that like independent person that so many people feel like they have like a badge of honor about and makes them feel special because they're able to do everything on their own. And believe me, I used to be there, right? And sometimes I'm still there for sure. I feel like I have something to prove. Pride gets in the way, but it is okay to ask for help. Actually, I would say that the more you ask for help, the better because you're allowing people that have those skills to really shine in their giftings. And you also probably learn something. And you're more efficient with your time and money and whatever else is wrapped up in that. So it's okay to ask for help. Don't let anyone let you feel don't let anyone cause you to feel less than when you do because they're probably just feeling insecure and jealous when they don't. And yeah, there are going to be times where you ask for help and people don't give it to you. Just keep asking. Ask someone else. That's probably not the best person to ask then. You might have thought they were, and that's fine. But then they say no, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll find someone else. And that's okay too. Number 4, it's okay to take things slow. I was very surprised when I came up with this one, but then I was like, it's very helpful. It is. Because, and I thought of it more, and this can be applied to so many things, but I thought of it initially as taking things slow and not feeling like you have to engage in this hustle culture that is around us, where people feel like they have to hustle, and like have like several side jobs and projects going on, and then a regular job, and then doing this, that, and the other. You can just take it slow. So, whether it's like you take like a side job or a business that you're building up and you just progress slowly, or maybe you take it slow with like relationships, whether that's friendships, partnerships, whoever else in your life, you just decide to take those relationships slow because you may have been hurt in the past or it feels uncomfortable or you have trust issues or you just don't want to jump into them because you're not sure what this relationship even means to you. So you're like, let's take it slow, right? Let's take things slow in the way that we decide to do stuff, you know? Maybe you just need a little bit more time to figure out what's the best. And now, this is very much different than like, worrying and having anxiety, and that's causing you not to be able to make a decision. No, it's just like if you feel like you want to take a bit more time to do research just to know and then make a decision, I think that's okay too. Because you will be able to tell in your heart of hearts whether you are trying to put something off and procrastinate doing it versus just needing some time to like really absorb and understand what's happening versus doing information to like worry about it. You know what I mean? Like there's very different feelings there and you'll know. So it's okay. It's okay to take things slow. It's also okay to take things slow when you are like going after your goals, right? You don't need to like jump full force into it and do the most. You can like work up to it, and that's okay too. Okay, number five. Number five. Number five is it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take breaks. I feel like a lot of us don't take breaks, make ourselves feel bad that we are taking a break. And that could be a break from so many things. Uh, Maybe it's just a break from engaging in so many social activities, right? Maybe it's a break from dating, if that's the season of life that you're in. Maybe it's a break from friendships because sometimes you need to be alone. It's too much. Maybe they're going through a season that's very emotionally burdensome and you just can't handle that. And it's good to be honest about that with yourself, right? Maybe you need a break from your job. So you finally take some time off. Maybe you go on a vacation. Maybe you just take time off to reconsider like what you're doing. You need a break from that type of work. That's fine. Maybe you just need a break when you are having an intense conversation or an argument or a fight with someone. My husband and I have implemented timeouts. So if it's getting really like overwhelming for one of us, we say we need a timeout. We need to take a break. We need to reevaluate like how we're responding and reacting or not. It's fine to take breaks. It's fine to take mental breaks where you're just like, I need to take a break from working on this project. Like for me, I was like zoom in creating my planner and then I had to take a break because I felt like I was overwhelming myself and then I jumped back in because I felt refreshed, I felt re-inspired, I was like ready, excited. It's okay to take breaks from things that you love and enjoy and you're excited about because sometimes you just like go too hard and too much and you take a step back, breathe a bit, reset and then get back at it. So it's okay. It's okay to take breaks. And if someone, which I know this happens all the time, if someone is trying to like give you crap about you taking breaks and comparing it to them not taking breaks, and they're like, you're less than me because I never take breaks and I do all of this stuff and or I never feel burnt out, but and I don't even take breaks. And look at you're over here taking breaks and blah 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 and you're whatever. I wouldn't believe them, okay? It's like they may not be taking breaks, but they're absolutely like delusional in the fact that they don't think that they're breaking down and they don't think they're on the verge. They don't think they're on the verge of burnout. And they might actually be having like little moments where it's too much, but they're not going to share that with you because they want to be on their high horse and be like, I'm better than you because, you know, I'm doing less and attaining more. And people think that's, again, a badge of honor. And really, it's not. Good for you, but it's not. Good for you, but it's not. So it's okay to take breaks. Number six. Number six. It's okay to be upset. This might be my favorite one. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be any emotion that you choose to be because it's how you feel. And that's how you want to feel, right? People get so bothered with people being upset. And again, that kind of goes back to the whole bad day thing where people just want other people to be positive all the time, even if they are not positive. They just have the expectation that everyone else should be happy and in like a good mindset so that they can draw on that person's energy, right? When really they should just be focusing on themselves and work on themselves. But it's okay to be upset because, again, it allows you an opportunity to understand yourself better, maybe figure out what triggered this emotion, right? And maybe even go deeper because if you are familiar with the feelings wheel, which is the six core emotions in the middle, and then there is an offshoot of emotions that are deeper than those six on the outside of that, and then the circle expands another time where there's more offshoots of those emotions. So it's like, were you upset? Or were you disappointed? Or were you, you know, feeling lonely, right? So it can help you kind of dig deeper into like, what am I actually feeling? Where is this coming from? What can I do to move forward from this and not discard it, just really understand it. So if I'm in this experience or situation later, I know what to do so that I don't fall into this motion as deeply or for as long. Because again, even if you understand why you are feeling the way you are, it's okay to still feel those feelings and honor them and be like, these are my feelings. But you can manage yourself better in not sitting in those emotions as long because they're not going to serve or benefit you as much as just like hopping up to feeling like neutral would. You know what I mean? So, but it's okay. It is okay to be upset. Number seven, moving right along. It's okay to not agree. It's okay to not agree. I was recently in a conversation with someone and they were talking about how when they are experiencing people that are saying things opposite from what they feel and believe, they will not say anything because it just feels like it would be awkward in that situation, which I understand. But we were also talking about how if someone did ask you directly, like, oh, do you agree? And sometimes people that struggle with being a people pleaser, believe me, I know that strongly, recovering people pleaser here, and people that are afraid to rock the boat and don't want to experience any sort of like repercussions or retaliations that may happen, they will just say that they agree with someone even if they don't, right? It's okay to not agree. It's okay to be like, oh, you just have to find like the best way to say it, I would say, to kind of keep them off your back, right? Because some people just continue to get more aggressive because their goal is to get you to think like them because, again, it's more comfortable and then they feel like they're more in control of the situation. Because if you're different and you're not thinking, it's like, oh my gosh, then they have to like defend their whole thing and then they feel like they have to be on guard and really defensive, even if like you could care less. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's okay to not agree. It's okay to be like, if someone point blank was like, "Oh, do you agree?" Just be like, you know, that's be like, it's an interesting point of view or way to look at it, but I don't agree with that. But I appreciate you letting me know how you feel about it. And I really learned something. Thank you. Like, that's kind of the way that I would go about it because it's like you're showing them that you appreciate that they shared with you their point of view and how they believe. And that's great. And you respect that, but that's not how you feel. And you're kind of also saying that it's okay that you don't feel that way and try to go about it in that way. So you're still making them feel good, but you're also not getting yourself wrapped up in having to lie or like, falsify your feelings about being like, and just being honest, like, no, I don't agree. I don't agree. And it's okay that you don't agree because you don't have to agree with anyone else because you get to make that decision. That is on you. And despite what the masses may try to tell you, you get to decide. People will try to make you feel bad about your decisions because it's not the decision that they would make. Who cares? Who cares? More insecurities on display. Okay, so number eight. Number eight is it's okay to have boundaries. I love personal boundaries. I do owe you guys an episode on personal boundaries for sure. Personal boundaries. It's okay to have personal boundaries. The people that say that you shouldn't have personal boundaries are the people that are benefiting from you not having boundaries now. So just know that, and then even when you do start to implement boundaries in your life, they will still try to break those down because they want to live their life the easy way by taking advantage of people, manipulating them rather than like doing hard work themselves, right? So, but it's okay to have boundaries. It's perfectly acceptable. We all should have boundaries. Like we absolutely 110%. I would never go back on that. 110% we should all have boundaries. We just got to figure out which ones fit us best, which ones will benefit us, which ones that we can work on, like actually enforcing with other people. It's important. And ones that'll make us feel safe and, that really keep us from feeling taken advantage of, walked all over, but also not so closed off that we're like, like a locked up in a castle and we don't want anyone to like come in. We want to have it like, oh, okay, we're gonna have some, and we're in other ones, and we're gonna teach people how they can like respect your boundaries. So it's okay to have boundaries because everyone needs to have those limits. It's even important to have boundaries with yourself so you can keep yourself in check. And it's so fantastic. I gotta talk more about personal boundaries next time for sure. Okay, number 9. It's okay to like what you like. This this was inspired by one of my favorite people on the internet. It is John Hodgman. And he has a podcast called Judge John Hodgman, where he will like adjudicate disagreements and fights between people. And it's a comedy podcast, so it's like funny. And he has this like over like the, I don't know, 5-6 years or something like that they've done this podcast, which is weekly. They've established like, you know, like saw like law, like written law or like law that just can't be changed on the show. Um, that it just is what it is, right? And one of those laws that like people can't continue to write into the show or have a disagreement about because they've already gone through so many enough that's a law. Like there's not going to be anything that changes it. Is people like what they like, right? People like what they like, and that may not be what you like, and that's okay. And you may not like what they like, and that's okay. It's okay to like what you like because that is your personal preference, that's your personality, that's your desire, that is what you enjoy, and that should be respected. It blows my mind when people will just get so up in arms with, making like poking fun or just like really coming down on people that don't like the same things as them, or they can't believe in a million years that they would like that. My husband does this jokingly with me where anytime we go to Wendy's, he is like, I can't believe we're here. I can't believe you eat here. This is absolutely crazy. And I'm like, I love it. I love it here. And I used to be super defensive. Like a lot of times when people come at us when they're like, I can't believe you like this, that, and the other, or you do this or whatever. I used to be so defensive and I'd just be like, oh my gosh, you don't understand. Let me give you like a 10-page essay on like why this should be okay and you should just accept me. Nowadays, I'm just like, you know, I don't like my husband will be like, I can't believe it. Like, why do you like it here? And I'm just like, I'm just simple. I'm like, I just like it. I just like it. And you don't have to like it. And you don't have to order anything. I just like it. You know what I mean? So it's okay. It's okay to like what you like because that's what you like. And it's okay for other people to like what they like because that's what they like. And that's also another way for that makes us unique and helps us enjoy our lives and just continue to grow into the cool person that we are. So it's okay to like what you like. Don't let other people tell you differently. They're just insecure about you being different and what that means for them. Totally selfish. Totally looking in onto like how that affects them. When it really doesn't. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. So it's okay to like what you like. Last one. Last one. Let's wrap it up. Last one is a classic that I'm going to leave you all with that I could not create this list without. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. This is definitely a very good reminder for everyone. You don't have to say yes. You don't have to go along with what people are telling you to do or asking you to do or saying that you should act or whatever. Just say no. It's hard. It's also one that would be like wrapped up in having boundaries and being like, no, I don't want to do that, or no, I don't want to enjoy that, or no, no, thank you. Right? No, thank you. And again, it blows my mind the people that you will say no respectfully, nicely, maybe even with a joke. And they'll like not want to stop. They're like, well, you will offend me in so many ways if you don't, or you're going to be terrible, or you're going to be labeled this, that, and the other if you don't say yes. And I can't believe you would embarrass me. Like, they're really projecting their insecurity. They're spraying it straight from like a fire hose. They're trying to take you down. But you got to stand your ground and be like, no, no, thank you. No, I'm good. I'm good. And it pisses people off, but if you want to say no, you have the right to say no, and they can't change that. They may try to manipulate you and change that, but no, they don't have, they can't. You get to decide. You get to decide. And that's great. Oh, and yeah, it's very difficult to do it in the beginning when you're not used to doing it, but the more you do it, the easier it'll be. The stronger you feel when you do it. more capable, and you'll continue to just grow even more unbothered. That's kind of how I'm feeling. More unbothered when someone's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you do that." I'm just like, "Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that, like, you do that as a hobby." Yeah. Like, right? Like, "Oh, I can't believe that you wear those clothes." Well, yeah. It's like, who cares? Like, why do you care so much? Why are you so up in my biz, that you need to be talking about what I'm doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you running from? Like, literally, when people are all up in other people's biz, I'm like, what are you running from? What are you running from? What emotional issues and pain and insecurities do you need to look inward and figure out that you would rather, like, you know, push those things away and focus on coming down on someone else because it's just easier. Oh, it's too much. But it's okay to say no, okay? And just so you know, this isn't like a conclusive list. As I say every time, this is based on my own research, my experience, other people's experiences. So if you feel like this list did not help you, please go to Google, look it up, or ask a therapist, a counselor. Have them help you figure out things that you feel like you align with. But because if you're like, oh, these are not good enough, I need more to feel okay about myself, sure, go look them up. But I feel like this is a good list for you to like use to remind yourself that it's okay to do all of these things and so many more things because you are in control of what you decide to do. That's it. So thank you so much for listening to the Real Positive Girl podcast. Again, with me, Sabrina. And check out everything in the show notes below to sign up for the weekly newsletter, to get on the RSVP list for the planner that's coming out next month, just so you are aware of the updates on that. Come say hi to me on social media, suggest an anonymous topic for the show, uh, send me an email. Anything and everything down there. Check it out. But I appreciate you being here, listening, downloading, sharing the show. And until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.